What's going on, everyone? This is Russ over here at A Plus Junk Removal in Rochester, New York, and in Sarasota, Florida. And my camera just got fucked up. So we're just going to start this. We're just going to keep it going. I don't even give a shit. The camera got fucked up. We're going to keep going. So in the last video, I showed you how to break down against a dumpster sale. Okay? It's a very simple process. Get the dumpster price, get your price, subtract them, sell the difference. It's easier to sell $250 than it is $650. Okay? So I showed you guys how to do that. What I'm going to tell you today is how to sell against the franchises. And this is the easiest sale you're ever going to do. And I'm going to explain to you why this works almost every single time without fail. So you're going to go through, blah, 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 blah. We go through the estimate. We get all the way to the end. Mary, hey, listen, just want to let you know our full truck price is $669. That's what it is. You would definitely have a full truck, give or take, maybe a little bit more. So you could be a truck and a quarter. You could be 3/4 of a truck. It really just depends on how we can pack the truck, what you actually decide to keep. Because any of the wood furniture, the dressers, the tables, anything like that we know we cannot donate because they're in disrepair, we're actually going to take a sledgehammer and we're going to break them up. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take your dresser that sits this high and we're going to make it this big in the truck. Okay, now I tell you that for a couple reasons. One, the franchises don't do it. In our industry, it's called fluffing the truck. What the franchises do, and a lot of them do it this way, I'm not saying that everyone does it this way, but I have seen a lot of them in our area do it this way, is they will take the entire dresser and they set the dresser in the truck and they go back. And they'll grab another dresser and they'll put another dresser in the truck. And then they'll go grab a chest of drawers and they'll put that in the truck. And guess what happens? Your truck fills up instantly. Someone's trying to call me, so I had to stop that. So now your truck fills instantly, right? It's called fluffing the truck. Now I know I can't donate that dresser. And because I can't donate that dresser and it's going to go to the landfill, there's no reason not to break it up and save more room in the truck. So if I take that dresser and I crush those 3 dressers down, I took a quarter truck and turned it into a pile of burn wood about this big. Okay? So that is one of the advantages that we give you that the franchises will not. The other biggest thing that we can do for you is we are much more affordable. And the reason we're much more affordable is we don't have franchise contracts that require us to send anywhere from 13 to almost 20% of every sale to either an out-of-state franchise or, in the case of the world's largest junk removal company, out of country, because that one is actually based in Canada. So let's just say that you decide that you want to go with one of the franchises. Just know that 12 to 20% is gone. It goes right out of the state. With us, we're local. We're to the business. We understand what your needs are. None of the money goes out of state. Everything stays right in-house, and we're able to do it a little bit cheaper than they are. They're great companies, don't get me wrong. They run great franchises. They run great support. They have all of that. But honestly, we all do the same thing. We all have the same size truck. We all wear shirts. We all, do a great job. We don't ruin your house, okay? We have over 700 reviews on Google. We have 120 on Facebook. I've got Yelp ones. I've got Home Advisor. We have almost 1,000 5-star reviews. So us against the franchises, business for business, we're going to do just as good, if not better than they are. The difference is where I don't have to pay out of state or out of country franchise fees. So I can be a little bit more affordable. And guess what happens, everyone? No one wants to pay out of country franchise fees. So the biggest one, we all know who that is. And they're based out of Canada. If you hit them with the objection before you get to it, you're going to win more times than not. The objection to me is the price. That's great. I hit them with the price before. I'm cheaper than them. I'm already telling you I'm cheaper than them because I don't have the franchise fees. So now I've explained to them they can't be cheaper than us because they have an obligation to send X amount of money from every sale. Every single day or week, depending on the franchise market, has to go to someone else, okay? I don't have to pay that. And because I don't have to pay it, I don't have to pass the cost on to you. So this is a very easy way. It works almost every single time in New York. Not so much in Florida. Florida is just, I'm going to keep calling. They have nothing else to do but call everyone. In New York, it's one call. You tell them, okay. And you got to get them to understand if they call someone else, the benefit of using you right now versus calling someone else. The benefit is I'm here right now. I'll do it right now. And because I don't have franchise agreements, I can beat any competitor's quote by 15 to 20% on the spot. Doesn't even matter. I actually run ads and tell everybody, I encourage you to call other people. I encourage you to call the franchises, because once you call the franchise, they're coming out. They're going to pressure you into selling and selling and selling. We got to get it. You know why? Because they don't have no fucking work on the books. They run their models as same-day service. Mine isn't that way. I don't care if I get the job or don't. And you have to go into the sale caring or not caring whether you get that job or not. You could be broke and homeless. It doesn't matter. You walk in the same way. Mary, listen, you know what? If you want us to do it right now, we'd be more than happy to do it right now. If you want to call around. But just understand that what's going to happen is you're going to call a couple of these places. I would go with the franchises because they're a lot more reliable than some of the Craigslist people. You can call a bunch of people on Craigslist. They ain't even going to show up. So now you're sitting in the house all day long waiting for them to show up. You've done this for 3 people. 3 people didn't show up. I showed up on the first call. Ta-da! We could do it. Second thing is if you call the franchises, they're going to come out. Now, how long are you going to sit in the house for and wait for the franchises to come out, only to tell you that they're more expensive than I am? I'm telling you up front, I understand their costs. I know what they are. I actually know every single full truck price of every single person in my area. And if I'm not more expensive, I will make the price less expensive. Or if I'm not less expensive, I will make it so that I'm more affordable, because I can. Franchises cannot. I want you to also think of it this way. We all have the same bills, okay? Every single person in the business has the same bills. We all have insurance, we all have labor, we all have comp, we all have all the insurance. There is no difference between their bills and ours, except for when it comes to advertising, because those big guys can go to the radio and get radio spots for 15, 20 bucks where we're paying 50. So their advertising they can bring down, but for the most part, the overall expenses are the same. The rent, the shop, everything is the same, okay? So you know what those costs are. So here's how I look at it, okay? Got Junk in my area sells trucks for $688. I do them for $669. Just do the basic math on, we'll just call it 700 bucks, okay? They're 7, I'm 7. Their 7 sends 20% to Canada. That means they lost 140. They can only pay their bills on 560. That's what the franchise operator is getting for a full truck, 560, because they have to send so much out of state. You don't have to do that. All the money that you make is yours. You pay your bills. You don't send it off here, there, everywhere. Fuck it, right? So you can actually go down to their take-home price, $560, and still make a boatload of money, right? So you just have to tell them, like, look, they're $700, we're $700. They take 20%, goes to Canada. I'll make a deal with you. If you want me to do it right now, I'll give you the 20% off their full truck price, which I already know what it is. So if you want to have it done right now, I'll do it for $560. What do you say? Guess what? Sale's over. They ain't calling anyone else.